All right, Rio de Janeiro is where this Copa America will come to a conclusion in Saturday's final. That match at the Maracana tonight, Brazil and Peru at Nilton Santos Stadium, the 5-time World Cup champion, 9-time Copa titleist. Brazil just one win away from vying for yet another major title. Kickoff under 8 minutes away, and both nations making their way out here. And Neymar bringing up the rear right there. He has done everything for Brazil at this Copa. Leads Brazil in goals, in shots, in touches, in chances created, 1v1s, fouls suffered, and crosses. The 29-year-old talent has been omnipresent here through every group stage game and their quarterfinal narrow 1-0 win.
Senhoras e senhores, o hino nacional do Peru. Damas y caballeros, el himno nacional de Perú. Senhoras e senhores, o hino nacional do Brasil. Damas y caballeros, el himno nacional de Brasil.
Conseguimos conquistar com braço forte, entre o seio da liberdade, desafio o nosso peito, pátria amada,
The national anthem battle went to Peru, but can they play like they sang tonight? Brazil, Peru, semifinal #1 from the Copa next. Beautiful look at the Copacabana, one of Rio's liveliest neighborhoods. What will its mood be tonight? Should Brazil take care of Peru and advance to Saturday's Copa America finals? Brazil ranked 3rd in the world, Lex. Here's how they start. Oh, I'm sorry, Mo again.
You don't like me, huh?
I see
how it is. I see how it is. Well, they keep the same back five. Ederson in goal, Marquinhos and Thiago Silva anchoring that back line. In front of them, Casemiro, his importance, putting out fire alongside Fred, allows the front four of Paqueta, Neymar, Everton, and wait for it, Richarlison to come in there and just do the thing that they do up top, have the freedom to go and find the game in the final third, create chances. It's just a balanced lineup led by Chiche.
All right, I'm going to take Peru, Rob. Here we go. Galese in goal. We know him. We love him here in the United States. We've seen him play down there with Orlando. He's had a great tournament so far. All right, so there's no Carrillo. So Gareca has decided to go with a back five and really kind of absorb some pressure and defend. And you don't blame him playing against a team like Brazil. And a lot is going to happen through the counterattack, as we said, up to Lapadula. The man in the mask tonight, playing with a broken nose with his 2 goals in this tournament.
With a win, an upset victory, Peru would be off to their third ever Copa America final. The three of us will join you next at halftime. For the call, Stu Holden and John Strong.
And Rob, as has become the pregame tradition at this 2021 Copa America, a moment of silence before kickoff from the Estadio Olímpico Nilton Santos in Rio de Janeiro. Now 5 days from now, 5 played, we will crown a Copa America champion of the Estadio Maracanã. So who will be in that final as Argentina and Colombia wait in the wings for their semi tomorrow? This one is underway. Both teams in their iconic first choice shirts. Brazil in the canary yellow, Peru the white with the red sash. These two teams faced off 2.5 weeks ago in this same stadium, a 4-1 win for Brazil. And it was the Brazilians who were off and running in this tournament. Blowout wins in their first 2 games, but it's been getting tighter since. They had to come from behind to beat Colombia. They rested a handful of regulars, including Neymar. Finished the group stage with a draw with Ecuador. 1-0 over Chile. They did what they had to do playing the second half. Down a man with Gabriel Jesus sent off, and he's out suspended tonight. And here's Lapadula on the run for a Peru team that have become the Cardiac Kids. Coming from behind from 2 goals down at halftime at one point in the group stage. A wild 3-3 quarterfinal against Paraguay. They won in the penalty shootout. It's Cueva tries to play that in, and Casemiro intercepted it for Lapadula. And this is a rematch, of course, of the final from 2 years ago between these teams. So, Stu, given sort of that weird mix of influences, each team missing a key playmaker as Carrillo's out suspended for Peru, what are you expecting in this one tonight?
Well, we're seeing already Peru, the change in formation. They're playing with 5 in the back. It's going to be 5-4-1. You're going to see a lot of counter-attacking against Chichi's team, who is 4-3-3, as you would expect from this Brazilian team. For them today, balance, patience, composure on the ball. They have the superior players. They won 4-0 the last time out, but I expect a much different game as Cueva's going to be offside here. But you're going to see this Peruvian team try to be compact through the middle. Gareca's changed his team, recognizing where they fell short the last time out. He wants to make this difficult for Brazil to play through the middle and try to hit them on the counterattack, get Cueva and Lapadula involved in those transition moments.
It was a 3-1 win for Brazil 2 years ago in the final. It's a long switch, and stooping low was Aldo Corzo to deal with it. Richarlison stepping in. He had a goal in that game to win that ball back. Richarlison trying to play inside. Renalati's up there as well. Ramos headed it wide. And Tapia gives that away a second time. Neymar couldn't pull off the move. Tapia helps to win it back. And in both that tournament 2 years ago and this one, it was a blowout win for Brazil in the group stage. Will the knockout stage follow the same pattern as that one did in the final of 2019? The other notable difference is whereas Brazil have been rotating heavily throughout the group stage, getting every single player but one onto the field, just 2 changes tonight, and one of them enforced through the suspension. So they really seem like they found their group as Neymar gets dumped to the turf. It's a Peru team that 7 of these players on the field have started every game at this Copa America. Neymar again riding the harassment of the challenge inside of Sergio Peña, who knocked it away. soon retreating Ederson pressure.
Well, you're going to see Neymar with more of a free role in this game. And he typically does for Brazil, but anticipating a lot of possession for them. You're already seeing Renan Lodi pushed up high on that left-hand side. Neymar's coming underneath, getting on the ball. But that last instance, he gives the ball away. It allows Peru to get back in possession, and that's what they're looking to do. Win the ball when Brazil have numbers in the attack and hit them in transition the other way.
Brazil has the historical edge in all competitions as well as at the Copa America. Just 3 times Peru have beaten Brazil in 20 attempts at this tournament. 7 wins in the last 8 for Brazil as that cross comes in for Richarlison. It pings around. The lone defeat was a Neymar-less Brazil in 2016, and it was a goal that would not count today in the VAR era. It came in off the arm of Rui Diaz, who now, of course, at the Seattle Sounders. Fred back from Neymar, a little too far, and it gets knocked away. Casemiro trying to reset. Wide it comes. Everton is in the lineup.
Look at all the numbers centrally for Peru here, and this is what they're trying to limit, but nice little work by Paquetá.
Richarlison a second chance, able to get it wide for Everton. He had a goal, and he won a penalty in that final 2 years ago. Draws contact to the edge of the box. Off of Trauco, and it's cleared away. Casemiro had Neymar's run. Running it back out wide. Renan Lodi rides one challenge. Renan Lodi crosses blocked. It'll be out for a Brazil corner.
That's nice work from Brazil, and it starts with Neymar. He sensed the line from Peru stepping up. There was space in behind. They dump it in. They win the second ball with Lodi, and then he wins a corner for them. And we talk about it every game with Brazil. They are a real threat from set pieces. Marquinhos, Thiago Silva up as well. Casemiro, and it'll be Neymar to play.
Brings it back short. Renan Lodi try to reset. Renan Lodi this time will serve that. It takes a bounce in there. Richarlison's trying to get in the area. Neymar a little touch. Neymar will control. Can he get around a second defender? Marquinhos with the acrobatics. And finally, sort of an awkward little sequence ends with the whistle there and a free kick for Peru.
Oh, he hits the hand of Everton there. You can see it hit his left hand as it was coming out of the sky.
Everton you see there, known as Everton Cebolinha, Little Onion. That's a nickname given him for his resemblance from a cartoon show that has been popular in Brazil when he was younger. He was the breakout star of the last Copa America. Scored the opening goal, that Copa America final. Brought back into the lineup for the semifinal. Marquinhos sweeps it along for Danilo. A bit of a stumble there from Fred, and Neymar tracking back to get it. Casemiro helps it along for Renan Lodi. Scored the winner in the quarterfinal. Gets it back on his feet, trying to slip it through. Chance for Richarlison to get it on Galese. Narrow angle, cuts it back for Neymar. Couldn't steer that in on target, but a great early chance for Brazil.
A terrific movement off the ball. You're going to see as the ball goes wide, the little combination play, and then Richarlison makes that run. As soon as Paquetá picks his head up between the center backs, that first touch there, it takes him away from goal. And it wasn't sharp enough for Richarlison. He knows it. He's got his hands on his head because that there, a little cushion touch. Galese should be in the back of the net. He recognized that the chance had gone, tried to cut it back, and Peru escaped there. But lovely little interchanging and movement off the ball from Brazil, creating that opportunity.
A warning sign for Peru in the opening minute, just in case they needed it. Lampadula wearing the mask after breaking his nose in the quarterfinal. Able to bring that back down a second time. Cueva will open up to the far side. Sergio Pena. He'll clip this one in deep. Cueva tracking it down. And Ederson, once again, is getting the start over Alisson, and goal to go out for a goal kick. That just gives you a sense of how one-way this series history has been between these teams. You and I were talking, Stu, on the way in, that as much as we need to respect Peru for making 4 semifinals in the last 5 tournaments and the final 2 years ago, this would be a large-scale upset for Peru to beat Brazil, certainly bigger than Colombia taking on Argentina tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, massive. And this is a Peruvian team that continue to overachieve in this tournament. And you look at some of the players, a guy like Lapadula, who only just recently debuted for Peru, and he has been the breakout star for them, with Paulo Guerrero, who is not yet healthy from that ACL injury, and he's scoring goals. The team have looked composed. They look like they just have that little competitive edge that carries them over. And, of course, getting to this point on penalty kicks, but it would be a massive task. And they recognize that. Look, they're playing a little conservatively. They're going to try and play on the break. They don't want to open this game up, especially early on. And they want to try and hang in there as long as they can. They're pesky in a way, but they have some quality and some talent and trying to frustrate this Brazilian team here to get a result.
A strong tackle there. Lucas Paquetá going down. There was no foul in it from our referee, Roberto Tobar. He was the referee of the final between these teams 2 years ago.
No-look ball from Casemiro, and then Paquetá getting crunched by the New York City FC defender, Alexander Collins.
Collins, who's brought back into the lineup tonight. He came off injured in the first half of their group stage finale 8 days ago. Padula having a chat with Ricardo Gareca, who used yesterday words like sustained and persevered to discuss his team's success in recent years. He took the job in 2015, guided him to their first World Cup since the 80s, guided him to their first Copa America final since the 70s. It's been remarkable, the success that he has overseen. On the ball once again, told us before the tournament how much Gareca really just builds good individual relationships with each of his players. Great man manager. Paquetá able to control that Fred. Wide now for Everton. Paquetá once more. Big run on the left from Renan Lodi. Instead it's in for Neymar. Neymar gets tripped up there by Cristiano Ramos, and a free kick for Brazil.
I wonder if Ramos is still having a tough time for the first time these two teams play, where Neymar just had the better of him all game long. He gets drawn out there. They try to go 2 against 1. The little roll gets him off balance. Lovely piece of skill. And Ramos just takes him down.
As you said, Brazil have scored goals all sorts of different ways, including on set pieces throughout this tournament. 11 total goals in their 5 games coming in. And you see Neymar there. Only against Japan has he scored more goals than Peru in his entire international career, including a hat-trick when these teams faced off in October.
Yeah, this feels a little far away for a direct strike here from Neymar, and it looks like he might be passing on this one. We'll see.
Paquetá. Casemiro as well, and it's Gillespie who fumbles it. It's popped up in the air, and Gillespie gets back to it. Boy, it'll be interesting to see a replay. How much was that ball knuckling that Gillespie was able to just keep his body in front of it and keep Brazil out?
Yeah, exactly that. It felt a little too far for a finesse-type strike up over the wall. Instead, you bring in the brute force of Casemiro just to hammer that thing from 35 yards out. And you're right, I think it was moving, and the fact that, well, not just moving, but the pace of it made it difficult for Gillespie to bring it in, but he got the second one.
Gillespie, who's been the most active goalkeeper at this Copa America, he's played 2 more games than Carlos Lampe, but he's had more shots that he's faced, more crosses that he's dealt with, 20 saves made, 10 goals allowed, 21 saves now, including that one. A goalkeeper that always seems to rise to the occasion for club and country. And Collins said, much as he loves playing with Gillespie for Peru, he really dislikes playing against him in MLS. And he laughed multiple times through his answer, talking about just how much he dislikes being on the opposite side of his goalkeeper tonight. Neymar, little clip in for Danilo, couldn't bring it down cleanly. Peru, though, unable to build anything out of it.
Yeah, just great recognition from Brazil. Their counter-pressing is so good. Just the understanding of as soon as the ball turns over there, you thought, okay, Danilo's up the field. There's some space down that channel for Cueva. Casemiro's over. Neymar's over. Paquetá just closing that ball down so quickly and forcing a turnover.
Neymar poked away by Peña. One run for Corzo to get to that loose ball. Fred holds it back in. Neymar. See again, Ramos. Challenging here with Richarlison wide to the near side. Everton picks it up. Everton cuts inside his shot. Gillespie's second save.
He's just going to hold on to that for a little bit longer. Great overlapping run from Danilo. That opens up the space inside. Everton comes in on the left foot and gets the strike off through the legs. And second straight save for Gillespie now that he's had to make, and he's going to be a busy man in this game. A lot of pressure early here from Brazil, sustained pressure, winning the ball back, no possession for Peru, not able to get their lines up at all, and just really bunkering in at the moment.
The last time on record that Peru began a match with 3 center backs, as they have tonight, was 7 years ago. There was a friendly with England ahead of the 2014 World Cup at Wembley. It's put up long here by Thiago Silva. Danilo trying to hold it in. Again, we don't know how much they've been practicing on this, certainly in recent days, let alone throughout the tournament. But how much of a change can that be to be adjusting to just different bodies in different places?
Well, it's a lot. And you know why? It's A, Brazil, but B, Carrillo as well. And not having a second player like Cueva. Get another look at this free kick from behind. It didn't look in the last bit there. Like it dipped before. Here, you get a great look here. Oh, that thing is... I mean, I think he just misplays that a little bit, Gillespie, just purely because of the pace of it. He sees it all the way. It came through the middle of the wall, so the wall broke for Peru. There was a good strike from Casemiro, but right at Gillespie, and though he fumbled it, he was able to get the rebound and prevent a Brazilian attacker getting on the end of that.
Cueva on it now for Peru. Got around one, had it tackled out. It was last out off of him. And you see the frustration from Cueva in a promising moment. Goreca as well. Knowing those chances are going to be few and far between.
Yeah, just to finish that thought, John Cueva is going to be so important for them. The number of chances he's created the most on their team. Lapadula, the guy up front who is going to be tasked with holding the ball in and getting on the end of any moment that they have in the attacking third. But missing your star man throughout the tournament, Carrillo, he's gone with the back 5 and just trying to keep the game tight, knowing Brazil are strong there. You've got 4 through the middle, trying to make it compact and not allow those combinations and force Neymar wide, but they're just having a tough time, going back to your original point, just the familiarity with the system to have any type of possession and understanding of positional play going forward.
It's free now, and it's for Cueva to build something for Lapadula. Has it knocked out for a Peru throw. So by contrast, Brazil playing without Gabriel Jesus, and it's okay, fine. We'll bring in Lucas Paquetá. We'll bring in Everton, who scored in the final 2 years ago. Very different than Andre Carrillo, who was involved in all 3 goals in the quarterfinal against Paraguay. That'll be shepherded out by Danilo for a goal kick. All the way back to get involved. Just ease off of it. You're looking for an option. Yoshi Yotun, former Orlando City player. Comes on the ball there of New York City. Pedro Gillespie at Orlando. We were surprised to see Raul Ruidiaz of Seattle cut. Andy Polo of Portland, who was on the field for Peru at the final 2 years ago. Picked up the injury in May. This is a heavily MLS-influenced Peru national team in recent years. Rocco was replaced the first 2 games of this tournament by Marcos Lopez of San Jose. Has been starting since. Couldn't guide that header towards a teammate. Later tomorrow, Argentina and Colombia. They're watching this game. You can be sure they'll be in Brasilia tomorrow night for the other semifinal. Winners to meet Saturday night. Down the road from this Estadio Olímpico Nilton Santos of the Maracanã in the final. Samira Kim from distance, and Gillespie having to go to full stretch to push it away. His third save in the early going. Coco couldn't deal with the rebound, and Brazil able to reset it. So now with that little flick, in for pocket tie to the middle. Galese again, Richarlison saved again.
Wow. Wow. Galese coming up huge here for Peru. Not once, but twice. What a flick around the corner from Casemiro, opening the game up. Neymar is onside, wide open, 6 yards out. Galese across his goal, gets up, and then smothers the rebound here from Richarlison. That needs to be in the back from Neymar, in the back of the net. He just mishits that one, trying to go back across the goal where Galese was not. I mean, it's an excellent reactionary save, just with his left hand going back the other way. Richarlison with the follow-up, and Galese once again, he might have taken it off the nose.
Well, his nickname is El Pulpo, the octopus, and he had his tentacles every which way trying to keep Brazil out there. I think it's 5 saves now. I might have lost track in all that chaos. He needs an extra moment, as you say, at the end of it. This is a player, you look at his resume, his career, he hasn't played in big clubs, he hasn't won a bunch of titles, but there's something that he manages to do, these big game type moments. When he was helping Peru qualify for the last World Cup, it was the first time since '82 they'd gone to the World Cup. He was playing the key games in the fall of 2017 with a fractured hand. He brought something to Orlando last year in particular, where they got in the playoffs for the first time. They had that wild shootout win over New York City. As you see some of the saves that he's been making so far tonight.
This was all in that same sequence, and Casemiro shooting from distance, that's the best of the bunch. That first one from Neymar, because Neymar is 5 yards out from goal. A completely free look, unmarked. Chichi thinks, come on, this has got to be in the back of the net, and he cannot believe how Galese was able to save those, and rightfully taking a little moment right now. He got shaken up in that sequence, but incredible goalkeeping.
We spoke with him at one point last fall before an Orlando game, and we kept trying to pepper him with, you know, how do you explain it? What have you been able to do? And it was either modesty or maybe he just really can't quite explain why he's been able to have this big game mentality. But that's certainly what he has become known for, Pedro Galese. And he is the star of the opening 21 minutes of this Copa America semifinal. Gets us back underway. Moved forward by Marquinhos. Padula didn't play it for Cueva there. It's knocked out though for a Peru throw. Right tonight to go to Ghost of 1975. It was a 2-leg semifinal. One in each country. Padula's upset behind the play. He thought he was fouled. There's another man that goes down. It's going to be a free kick for Peru.
And it's one of those, any opportunity to get the ball in the box now for Peru. If you win a free kick in the attacking half, get your center backs up. Tapia takes a little kick from Neymar for behind, goes down. It is a foul. It's a free kick. And you imagine this is going to be a long, diagonal, direct ball into the box, trying to create something. You try and win a second ball, you try and get the first one on frame, and just try to cause havoc in that Brazilian box.
One is sent in and sent away. Second one brought down. Pena took a deflection, and Ederson there stretching out just to be careful. And let's see what the decision coming here is. It looks like it might be a goal kick.
Oh, it came off the arm of Thiago Silva there. They came off the left arm, so still getting lucky.
Richarlison holding his arm at the end of that one. Back Back in '75, Peru won the leg in Brazil. Brazil won the leg in Peru. They actually drew lots. There wasn't extra time or a shootout, another tiebreaker, and Peru advanced to the final slip through. Richarlison couldn't take it cleanly with them. Ramos, though, gives it away. Neymar picks it up. He's trying to dance that touch in to Renan. It's going to be shepherded in behind for a goal kick, but that could have and maybe should have been an easier moment for Peru to clear it out on the first attempt. They're still dealing with the effects of taking that one to the face a few minutes ago. Padula throwing his body in, but drinking on the end of it. They want a high boot there. They're not going to get. Silva comes out of there with it. Fred muscled off the ball by Tapia, trying to play quickly forward. That one's going to tail out, though. He had Lapadula running.
Yeah, you see his frustration, Lapadula, because those moments aren't going to come often. They win the ball. Fred turns it over the middle of the field. He made an excellent run down the right-hand side, and the ball goes out of play for Peru. Just those precious moments in possession, in transition. Here come Brazil the other way.
Fred running through, Richarlison running on Galese all the way out. Now he's caught in no man's land. At least he forced a touch wide. It's picked into the middle. Neymar's out, jumped, it falls for Everton. His shot was blocked, and it's cleared away. The whistle has gone. It's Collins who's down.
Well, the same thing in transition. Now Peru get caught out. Galese, as you mentioned, caught in no man's land. He's had an excellent game, but he misjudges that one there. Was there a shove in the back of Neymar, too, from Ramos as he's trying to get on the end of it? And Collins is on the ground. He takes the follow-up shot. So Brazil have created some really good attacking opportunities. I think aside from being ahead right now, Chichi will be happy with the variety of attacks that they've created. Quick moments, quick passes through the back line, slicing open the defense for Peru. And you get a look at this one. Richarlison just stands it up. Here comes Neymar. Is there a shove in the back there from Ramos? He makes no attempt at the ball, really. I mean, Collins gets up and heads it.
Again, the referee blew his whistle in that sequence. He didn't point anywhere.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see a foul for that, but Neymar was given no chance by Ramos, who had his hands over the back of him. And what I was saying, John, that Brazil's attack with one-touch combinations, Paquetá, Casemiro, Richarlison, Neymar, that's what's causing this Peruvian back line problems right now. They can't stay with the movement of the runners in the final third. We'll see what the referee's going to do here.
Dr. Joe Macknick, who's watching with us, his thought was that because there was a player down, that does appear to be what was the case. As the referee saw there was a player injured, it was a dangerous situation, blow the play dead, start with a drop ball. It was Collins who was sort of shepherded off. He's been allowed back on, so that was what ended that sequence in there. Samiro going long, Everton on the run, Richarlison to the middle. Everton got that down, time to get across in. Up to long, Fred stepping in, trying to keep it. Renan Lodi, he turned on the outside, it's knocked away. Corzo handing it off there for Peña, and they get out of it with a goal kick. In that sequence a moment ago has been credited with a 6th save, which is the most of any game at this Copa America for him. Not even reached the first half-hour play. Paquetá holds that in. Neymar got the touch, bashed out of there by Collins.
Yeah, That's that tackle. I don't care where this goes. And if you're going to touch it, you're going with it. Just boots it 40 yards up the field there.
Danilo trying to find the angle. Everton thought he was being held there by Trauco. Almost comes across to deal with it. That one's going to be out for a Brazil throw. Already got hoofs aside. What is the plan for Peru in this moment?
They need the ball. I mean, they cannot absorb this amount of pressure. And you can see this is a team that doesn't often play this formation. The center back stepping at the wrong times, not as connected to the wide fullbacks. And that's where Brazil, talking about the quick movement and interchanging off the ball and little combination play, Peru just can't stay with them.
Lavar for Casemiro, the return. Strong tackle by Yoshi Yotun. Able to cycle it back around. Tapia, though, overhitting that for Cueva. Catan directing traffic. Danilo with it now. Cueva forcing him back. Fred for Everton. Everton knocked away. Recovery there by Trauco, and then a foul by Everton trying to win it back.
It's good work defensively this time by Trauco because he forces him inside where they have pressure. They had 2 against 1 in the middle. Cueva tracking back doing the defensive work as well, and they're able to stop Everton. The problem is if they'd won the ball, they have 10 men behind the ball, and it's Lapadula by himself up front. So we'll talk about possession. You have to be able to beat that initial counter-pressing for Brazil, and they just have not shown enough quality right now on the ball to have any of that. It just feels like a boxer with his gloves up right now, just taking punches, trying to stay in this fight, and so far they are. 30 minutes, it's 0-0, but your goalkeepers had to make 6 saves, and 6 tough saves as well for you even to be in this one right now.
Argentina and Colombia waiting in the wings watching. They'll play their semifinal tomorrow. Ricardo Gareca guide Peru to a 2nd consecutive Copa America final. 1975 when they beat Brazil in the semifinal. That was the last time they played in the final game of a Copa America until 2 years ago. They're going to get a corner out of this one, though, as Fred knocked away the cross of Trauco. These opportunities are going to be key.
Yep, and it's the delivery. You have to give your attacking players a chance. From this set piece, beat the first man at the near post. It's going to be an out-swinging ball. Yotun to take it.
Mario Yotun. The Liga MX title with Cruz Azul in May was their first title in almost a quarter century. And Lapadula get himself involved. Outswinger from Yotun, sent away by Casemiro, it looked like. Cueva. The last man back, and he'll retreat it to Galese. Peru perhaps to just get themselves a foothold in the middle. They've got a man doubled over in pain right now behind the play. Tapia is taken away from Cueva by Casemiro. He's running forward. He gets it away for Richarlison. Richarlison 1v5 right now. Deflected shot. Galese there to get it. Save number 7. Now it breaks down in the middle for Peru. Fred, Neymar, no one making that run that he laid back into. Maria couldn't quite find the right angle for the pass there. Neymar quickly back on it. Flicks into the middle, no look in for Paquetá. Now it comes for Danilo, back for Lucas Paquetá. Trying to roll that one through and just too far for Neymar.
Paquetá's just always got his head up, surveying the field, looking for players to combine with or play that killer pass in behind, just missing with Neymar that time. But if he has time and space on the ball in the middle of the field, good things are happening for Brazil, and that line for Peru has to drop off. They cannot play a higher line in those moments because we've seen already his ability to just pick that pass, drop it over the top, and find a Brazilian teammate.
Look at the suspended Gabriel Jesus. Took that red card 2 minutes after Brazil got their goal against Chile the other night. Richarlison for Neymar on the run, trying to catch up to it. Neymar. And he dances his way through. Goodness, he has. He cuts it for Paquetá, who scores. Magic from Neymar. The finish from Paquetá. Brazil take the lead in the semifinal.
Well, they just get caught out of shape here, Peru, and it comes off of a goal kick initially, and then Neymar's free. 1 against 3, and wriggles out of this with a bit of magic. Look at that. Silky smooth, could go for a goal himself. What does he do? No, he cuts it back, and this finish from Paquetá is excellent. Just that little roll, a little soul roll, and a nutmeg too. Cuts it back, and then it takes a bobble. Paquetá watches it the whole way, gets over the top of the ball to strike it cleanly for his second goal in 2 straight games now. But this piece of skill here, oh, see you later. The little 1-2 off the inside of the leg from Collins. It bounces up on Paquetá. Hit the target, give yourself a chance. He does, and he gives Brazil the lead, and they are running away with it.
As much as we have focused at this Copa America on Neymar and Messi as individuals, we've also said a lot. If these guys are going to win this tournament, get a trophy, get the monkey off certainly Messi's back, it's a team game, and they got to have guys that are going to finish. And Lucas Paquetá now rolls in back-to-back games. I mean, you saw the way that that ball was bouncing and bobbling all over on this field. That's been a talking point of this tournament. Neither goalkeeper was allowed to warm up in the 18-yard box pregame. The 23-year-old who grew up in Rio, where this game is being played, who came up with Flamengo, the club that calls the Maracanã home side of the final. He was there to finish it off. And now into space. Galese was alert to it.
I mean, we were gushing about him about 5 minutes before he ends up getting on the end of that, but it was about his passing and his influence for the tempo and connecting in the final third. He was a second-half sub in the last match for Brazil. What does he do? He scores within 59 seconds of being on the field in that match, and you can see his influence on the game and then also his late runs into the attack, but just his head up, willing to play the ball forward, test the back line, and he took a collision head-to-head here.
The game stopped as 2 players are down. Paquetá, you saw, who has the goal. Trauco, the long time left back now for Peru.
Ooh, yeah. Trauco just heads right into the side of the head of Paquetá there.
Paquetá, who played just 5 minutes total of the last Copa America, has become an integral part of this one. Trauco was a best 11 selection at the Copa America 2 years ago. Woke up sick the morning before their opening game at this tournament, which was against Brazil, and as a precaution they held him out. So Marcos Lopez of San Jose, who started those first 2 games of this tournament, he's not dressed for this one tonight.
There's another look at the goal, and clearly onside in both instances, and Peru had pushed up for the first time, so there's space in behind that benefited Brazil. But I mean, he's 1 against 3 there, Neymar. There's no way he should get through that, but he does, and it's just a wonderful piece of skill. We've seen his ability all tournament long. in these types of situations, and one that I think he takes as a challenge and just enjoys being able to do that. And you see that nasty hop that it takes. I mean, this is so great. The little roll back, then he sees Collins and the pressure coming from the other side, goes back the other way, finds a way through, and then just an awareness there of where the ball is and where the players are. Side foot up over the top, stroke it into the back of the net after Gallese was out. And we've seen these two celebrating all tournament long. A little hip shimmy there too. Neymar's got his shin guards in his boxers, maybe.
That was how you celebrated your goals, wasn't it? Pull your shirt up with your teeth. And...
Oh, of course, yeah. Any opportunity to do that.
It is interesting. There's a thought that comes to mind. You hear sometimes in the youth soccer conversation about, you know, kids that maybe their parents insist on a pristine field to play on, and are you better off sort of playing in the street, playing on a rutted field? This is a rutted field they're playing a Copa America semifinal on. Paquetá seemed comfortable enough to deal with an oddly bouncing ball as compared to a perfect carpet of grass as Richarlison takes the foul.
And you also saw Neymar with just some street ball. Just, you know, you see these types of duels and you just have a natural instinct and ability and understanding and such close control of the ball and a connection to it to be able to get out of that type of situation as well. And even just the confidence to try it. And that is the difference. But Brazil have just been dominant in this game. It's been a good, solid first half from them, and a team that could be tricky, a team that could cause you problems, and they've found a way continually with answers to that defensive line, and they create some really good opportunities. It's only one goal, so Peru are still in it. Brazil will need to find that second one, you'd think.
It's not an unfamiliar position for Peru. They conceded the opening goal to Paraguay in the quarterfinal. Lapadula is going to get on the end of this long ball. Marquinhos defending, dropped off wide. Peña looking to return. Renan Lodi came in to intercept. Peru will get a throw out of it. It's a rare thing since the beginning of the 2007 Copa America. 6 tournaments. Only twice has a team conceded first and advanced, both via shootouts. It was Peru, the other night against Paraguay, and it was Paraguay against Brazil in 2015. But no one has actually come from behind to win a knockout stage game in the 90 minutes. Also off the throw. Leva battling, came out of there with it. Leva tumbling to the byline there, got the nutmeg on Renan Lodi. And the referee just sort of shrugging his arms there. Will be a goal kick in the end. Taken quickly towards Neymar, looked to be maybe in an offside position. Rocco there at the last minute, sort of, Yotun rather, pulling out of that challenge. Rocco off the throw. Marquinhos intercepts in front of Cueva. Flicking that along. Leva beaten to it by Marquinhos. Going to get back to it though. Trying to open it up for Yotun. He lost his footing there a little bit as he was trying to cut back to get on the end of it. Samiro's clearance is blocked. Whistle go. There was a whistle coming eventually there as Peña stepped in.
That was a slow whistle in the end. Lapadula couldn't believe his luck. He thought he was going to have a one-on-one opportunity, but it is a foul on Lodi.
They have adjusted the statistics. It is 6 saves instead of 7 officially for Pedro Gallese at this point. Yotun, Tapia under pressure. Yotun might have been meant to come all the way wide to Chauco. Able to keep it at least momentarily. And take it away. Paquetá, the press, took it away from Tapia, trying to play for Neymar. And it was intercepted there, backtracking with Santa Maria.
And the pressing for Brazil is so good as Peña's down. He took a kick in that build-up, but when they turn the ball over, we talk so much about the Brazilian attack, but this was the one that eventually was whistled dead, but the chance before that, Paquetá actually wins it back. The ball gets stuck under his feet a little bit. The pass is behind Richarlison. But Brazil just showing different ways of dominating this game, both with the ball and without it in their pressure, not allowing Peru even to have a second just of relief on the ball and to possess it. Anytime a Peruvian player is in possession, the Brazilian team are hunting that ball, trying to win it back, trying to hurry them up, forcing them into mistakes, and ultimately creating really good opportunities from that.
It was 1-0 at the half when these teams faced off 2.5 weeks ago in the group stage. It wasn't until the 68th minute that Neymar scored to make it 2. And Brazil scored 2 goals very late after Peru had a great chance to bring it back within 1. That's been the story for Brazil, the second half team. In a few of these games, they've sort of labored into the break. Not really looking impressively, but taking control early in the second half. Samiro clipping that long, looking for Renan Lodi. It was knocked away by Corzo. Pena got the touch in. Lapadula was already off and running, so he couldn't track back to it. I wonder if we'll see Santiago Ormeño coming in the second half.
Yeah, I was going to say that, actually. I wonder if we see a change in shape with formation for Peru. They just do not look comfortable in this system, and Brazil have created far too many good opportunities. Of course, you're playing from behind now, so you have to go for the game a little bit, which suits Brazil too. Oh, they're just having fun out there.
Neymar and Paquetá with that little dance. Neymar gets it away. Fred trying to return. It's cleared away.
This is Samba soccer. A little touch around the corner, touch and move, little flick, tricks, flicks, movement off the ball, creating things, and it's all with a purpose. It's not just to do it. Creating space, moving runners around, but just as soon as they play that pass, they move and become an option for the second one. Silky smooth.
Tricks, flicks, and then a kick as Paquetá gets chopped down. 1 minute played of the 5. Added Casemiro again, he's no-looking a lot of these balls in right now. Neymar picks this up, surveys the runners in front of him, hands it off for Danilo. Everton. Neymar just miscontrolled that one. Yotun comes away with it. Lapadula is pretty isolated in this one. Trauco. Peru actually tied the game late in the first half of the final against Brazil 2 years ago, but Brazil got an even later goal and led it to break. Now, it's a good little sequence for Peru, but you see how few options they have going forward. Cueva, great first touch to find a little pocket of space. Now they're building some numbers in. Pena has Corzo wide. Cueva comes to get it. Sergio Pena. Knocked away. Cueva trying to step in, battling with Casemiro. It's going to end up petering out for a goal kick. Coming up on our Verizon halftime, Rob Moe and Alexi will give us their thoughts on what we've seen. We'll get you set for tomorrow's second semifinal. Lionel Messi and Argentina taking on Colombia. And more on our Verizon halftime. We'll be in Brasilia tomorrow. And Lionel Messi, for the next 5 days, get that monkey off his back, win a senior level title with Argentina. Neymar, it's a weird one to compare. He won a Confederations Cup. He was not a part of Brazil's team 2 years ago when they won the Copa America. And Brazil have a man down right now. Paquetá just going down off the ball.
you wonder if he's feeling some after effects from that collision he had with Trauco earlier in the half, where the two of them made contact with the head. And you're right, he's kind of just standing in the middle field and just decided to sit down and did not look right. You see him right there on the left side of your screen, and he just goes down, sits down, and then ultimately lays down and getting treatment from the trainers. And if he was feeling okay, you would have thought, okay, I've got a couple minutes now, let's get to the half and then get assessed. But he clearly needed attention a lot sooner than that.
35th minute goal. The setup from Neymar. Danced his way through half the Peruvian defense. For Paquetá, goals in back-to-back games, 5 in 20 appearances. The famous Canary Yellow shirts of Brazil. We've played 4 of the 5 added minutes. We've not really played 4, but we've exhausted 4. See what Chichi does. He's been more than willing to make halftime substitutions throughout the tournament. That was what Paquetá was, replacing Roberto Firmino in the quarterfinal. He scored 59 seconds from the second half kickoff. Ederson has had very little to do in this first half. Playing that long. Paquetá's back out there, brings it down, able to hold it on Yotun for a moment. Yotun switch intercepted by Renan Lodi. Lobbing it in, Richarlison bringing it down. Yotun able to recover. Trying to draw the contact, no foul. Neymar again. Neymar trying to find Everton for the byline. Clips it up in the air. Header is going to end up wide there. Renan Lodi took a big bump at the end of it, and he couldn't steer it on target.
Well, nice recognition again from Brazil where the space is. This pass from Neymar, he could play it wide in that moment, but no, it's a better ball in behind Trauco, where Everton can run onto the end of it, stands it up the back post, but there's good pressure from Peru at the end of that play. I think it was Peña who comes off and makes the challenge.
And that is the final action of the first half. Pedro Gallese did what he could, 6 saves in the half, but Lucas Paquetá, the lone goal so far.
Garcia has also come on in the midfield. Let's confirm that change in just a moment. Well, you assume it would be for one of the defenders to try and take some kind of a grip of this in midfield. Peru do indeed switch to a back 4 now. Cristiano Ramos badly at fault for Brazil's goal, replaced by Graciel Garcia. An early break forward then for Peru. Here's Cueva. Cueva and Garcia, the substitute, combining. Cueva still going and manages to find it out onto the left for the substitute. The head comes in and it's defended well enough by Brazil. Once again, Gianluca Lapadula, the only real target for Peru in the penalty area. They probably showed more there in that opening 90 seconds of this half than they did in the entire first 45 minutes. Marcos Lopez getting forward to put the cross in. Richarlison, Everton looks for the return ball for Richarlison, and Alexander Callens gets back to do enough. runs out of space there. It's been another influential game so far for Neymar. He and Lionel Messi, the two poster boys really for South American football, and at times in this year's Copa America have just looked head and shoulders above anyone else on the pitch, just able to do things that no one else can do, and giving Argentina and Brazil an X factor that can win them games. Richarlison, Renan Lodge, back to Fred, all the way across there to Marquinhos. Marquinhos finds Everton, and Brazil are able to patiently stroke the ball around now. Marquinhos, the long diagonal, finding the chest of Renan Lodge, looks to work that one into the path of Neymar, and the Peru defence does just enough. Peña, bit of space here for Yotun to run into, and hits a long ball for Lapadula, who'll get there ahead of Thiago Silva. Lapadula works it back onto his left foot, takes the shot, a good save. Ederson called into action for the first time, and Lapadula almost brings Peru back onto level terms. We've seen almost nothing of Peru so far in this game, but Yoshimar Yotun eventually releases Gianluca Lapadula, and he's not far away to earning Peru an equaliser. It's a corner then, headed away by Richarlison at the near post. Could that be a signal of life here for the Blanquirroja? Certainly a better start to this second half for Ricardo Gareca's side. The changes have made an immediate impact on the balance of play. They had to take a risk, and just as it did in the group phase, it may end up with Brazil running away with it in this second half, but something had to be done. Renan Lodge spins away from one and then draws a foul from Lapadula. Marcos Lopez intercepts and leaves a bit of space in behind. It's a good bit of covering by Yoshimar Yotun. Danilo was ready to burst forward and take advantage of Marcos Lopez's heavy touch. Marcos Lopez can probably consider himself a little unfortunate in this year's Copa America, that he started the tournament as Ricardo Gareca's left back, played the first couple of games, and even in that 4-0 defeat against Brazil, performed pretty well and ended up losing his place to the more recognisable Miguel Trauco. Peru back on the attack again then. Shot comes in and it's off target. Ederson able to watch that one by Raciel Garcia. That was the earlier chance. An excellent stop from Ederson to deny Gianluca Lapadula. What an introduction to international football and South American football Gianluca Lapadula's had in this Copa America. It may well end here at the semi-finals, but the Benevenuto striker has been excellent, turning there, taking another shot on. Second shot off target. Lapadula, a Peruvian mother, and only made his debut for Peru in the build-up to this tournament in the World Cup qualifiers. But has certainly made an impact in the absence of Paulo Guerrero. Richarlison could break through here. Richarlison's still going in the penalty box. That's the shot away. It's deflected. Roberto Tovar just stops play for an injury here to Lapadula. Holds his ankle. Certainly been in the wars, Lapadula. Broken nose in the win against Paraguay. Looks in fairly significant pain there. Just goes over on his ankle. Again, the pitch here at the Nilton Santos. Under scrutiny. Ordinarily, the question mark's just about whether or not it's particularly useful when passing the ball, but on that occasion just seemed to give way under Gianluca Lapadula, almost causing him an injury. The Peru number 9 is back on his feet now and has avoided anything more serious, but certainly not the condition of a pitch you'd expect at the semi-finals of the Copa America. Which I think is exactly the point Chiche was trying to make after the quarter-final win over Chile. Regardless, his Brazil side lead by a goal to nil here. And for all their dominance in the first half, the first 10 minutes of the second half, Brazil yet to really get going. Peru causing the problems. Free kick into the box, looking for Lapadula. Headed away by Renan Lodji for a throw on this near side. Without question, the best moment of the game for Peru. Aldo Corso down the line. He gets the ball back, the full-back. Can't get away from the challenge. Casemiro finds Richarlison. Richarlison finds Neymar, and Neymar can scamper away on the counter. Richarlison is brought down there. Just as Brazil were looking to break away. And Yoshimar Yotun will pick up the first yellow card of the game. Yotun just taking one for the team there and ensuring Richarlison didn't get away. The switch to something like a 4-3-3 for Peru certainly will leave more space for Brazil. And Richarlison and co, ideal to punish any spaces left. Yotun there ensuring they can't on this occasion. Thiago Silva. Here's Danilo. Here's Everton, who's been pretty quiet. He's not going to get on the end of that pass from Lucas Paquetá either. Alejandro Dominguez, the president of CONMEBOL, watching on as ever. Turn by Lapadula, space to run into. It's a bit of a break there from Thiago Silva, and Peru can come forward. Heavy touch though there by Yotun, and Yotun goes to ground holding his face. Got an arm in the face, I think, as he tussled with Lucas Paquetá. Just there. Paquetá just trying to shield the ball as he span. Certainly catches Yotun in the face. Peru make their arguments to Roberto Tovar, the referee. It looks as though the Chilean official is going to see it as nothing more than accidental. Free kick to Peru, but nothing else. Lapadula's turn to get a broken nose in the game against Paraguay, and Yoshima Yotun might have a matching mask for himself after this game. For now, it looks as though it's just some cotton wool up the nostrils. Free kick. Floated into the penalty area. Floats all the way through to the back post, and Everton's able to get a foot in. Here's Cueva. Garcia tries to look for the return. Cueva gets there. Cueva just need to open up a crossing chance. They do so, and it's cleared away by Danilo. Neymar presses from the front, and it's cool defending by Alexander Callens. There's Lapadula. It's well played again, and looks for the back heel. Just looking for Aldo Corso, but look at the work rate that Lapadula gives for Peru. Works tirelessly without much reward. Here he is again. Spreads the plate for substitute Garcia. Garcia cutting on his right foot, takes a shot, good stop, and the rebound cleared away by Thiago Silva. Well, Peru are certainly making a game of this. Bounces awkwardly in front of Edison. Raciel Garcia just opened up the shot onto his right foot. And Gianluca Lapadula was just sniffing around for that rebound. Lapadula there, you can see, just making that run immediately, just in case there was a second ball, and he's not far away to get there. Thiago Silva had to be alert to that one. And Ricardo Gareca's changes at the break have done the trick. An hour gone here in Rio de Janeiro. Brazil still lead by 1-0. But the wave upon wave of yellow attacks has been stemmed. And the Blanquirroja are giving Brazil plenty to think about. Never has the old adage, the next goal is important, been more true. Here's Everton. Everton takes a shot on. It's an easy save for Pedro Galese. Well, perhaps through necessity more than anything else from falling behind, we're now seeing the Peru that we wanted to see ahead of tonight's semi-final. An ambitious, brave Peru that are going at Brazil. Garcia looks for Cueva, but Fred snaps into the challenge. Now it's Brazil's turn to give the ball away cheaply immediately. Garcia. This time he does find Cueva. Cueva, bit of space on this near side for Corso. Corso has to go back, but keeps the ball, and Peña finds Cueva. Cueva, little outside of boot pass looking for Garcia, and Brazil are able to step in and win the ball. But Chiche's side far more uncomfortable than they ever were in the first half. It's good covering back there by Peña. And it's calm, as you like, working it out from the back. They got themselves into trouble a few times in the first half, but a very different Peru now. Yotun sidesteps Fred, gets his head up and finds the next pass. Peña. Back into Yotun. There's another good pass, this time Corso. And then Logi comes across the cover and Corso has to go back to Peña. Here's Tapia. Peña. Corso. Brings Callens into play as Peru edge further forward. Peña. And Fred does enough to win back the ball. Here's Neymar. Challenge quickly comes in but breaks to Fred, and Fred looks to thread one. He finds Richarlison. Richarlison now in a bit of space, one-on-one with his man, looks to cut it onto his right foot, goes to ground, and absolutely nothing given by Roberto Tobar. Peru come back, go direct, looking for Lapadula. Marquinhos watches it all the way and brings it under control with a deft first touch. There's a ball into Neymar. Neymar in the box, takes the shot on first time and lashes it over the crossbar. Well, Peru can't afford to leave Neymar that kind of space. Maybe just a little wake-up call to remind them of the dangers of Brazil. Corso. Back into Santa Maria. Just leaves it for Peña, who finds Corso, and back into Santa Maria. Corso lets the ball roll under his foot and out for a throw. This was the shot from Raciel Garcia that forced Ederson into another save. Everton. Fred. Bit of space here for the Manchester United midfielder. Hits the shot and it's deflected and behind for a corner. Ball rolled into Fred there and acres of space in front of him, just inviting him to take that shot. Never scored for Brazil. Not exactly a regular goal scorer for Manchester United either, but fancied his chances there. 25 minutes to go. Corner for Brazil, and Galese comes to claim unchallenged. Brazil then prepare a change of their own. Everton Ribeiro, the man Chiche's looking to. Wonder whether it will be Everton to come off for Everton Ribeiro. Probably been the quietest of those Brazilian players out there, but certainly the second half we've seen very little of almost all.
Richarlison. And he's tripped out from behind by Sergio Peña. Silva. Everton good work tracking back there. Garcia to take it away. He's under some pressure, spins away. A second time dancing away from Everton. Lopez there just sort of got caught, his weight leaning one way and the pass from Collins went the other. the header. Miscontrol on the outside. Garcia for Cueva. Christian Cueva. It's Garcia, the halftime substitute. For Cueva, heavy touch. Casemiro cuts him off. Neymar felt the contact, goes down in a heap. Referee just waves it on as Ronaldo comes forward. Richarlison now, and now the play is going to be stopped as Neymar is down.
Santa Maria just catches it, comes through the back of him, doesn't he, after the ball is gone here? Makes a little contact, pushes him over, right knee into Neymar's leg, the outside of his leg.
It's a strange one, isn't it, when a player like Neymar goes down, because on the one hand, we remember when he took that injury, fractured the vertebrae in his spine against Colombia in the quarterfinal of the 2014 World Cup. And yet the defining image of him at the next World Cup in Russia was rolling around on the floor, pretending that he was more hurt than he was, and the amount of criticism that came his way. Here comes the change. Everton Ribeiro plays across town at Flamengo. Maracanã's his home stadium, where he played there in the Copa America final on Saturday night. He'll replace Everton, the other Everton. Change of the game for Chichi in Brazil. 20 minutes to go. Estadio Olímpico Nilton Santos in Rio de Janeiro. Brazil, as it stands, advancing yet again to the Copa America final. Trying to win it in back-to-back editions for the third time in their history. Trying to make it a clean 6 out of 6, winning the Copa America when it is hosted in Brazil. Argentina and Colombia play tomorrow in the other semifinal. Will it be Neymar versus Messi in the final? 20 minutes here tonight to go and 90 tomorrow. Cueva knocked it away. He's upset he thought he was fouled. Neymar trying to play the pass. Look at the bend on that ball to find Richarlison. Takes a bump in the box. Referee thinking about it. Says no, it was fair contact. It's out for a corner.
Oh, what a pass. Neymar here. Just finds the run from Richarlison. He spins out between the center backs, but this ball, look, he just got his time and space, bends it perfectly into his path. And, okay, there's contact here, but I just think Richarlison's waiting for it to try and go and then just falls down. I don't think that's a penalty.
The third corner of the night. Neymar and Brazil. Swing this one in. Casemiro who went down. Thiago Silva, last man back. Anderson again just crushes that thing. Richarlison trying to bring it down in stride. Couldn't lay it off for Neymar. Bozo needs some help. And gets it from Everton Ribeiro.
Anderson might have a future in kicking field goals after his career if he wants it. We're lining up a 90-yarder here.
It's an impressive weapon. When you think you've dealt with it, you've retreated Brazil back, you've got their goalkeeper backtracking, okay, we're in a good spot, and then he just pops one over the top on you. Ribeiro trying to come inside, had it poked away. Thiago Silva got outmanned there, but Danilo's able to track back and win it a second time from Yotun. Then he gives it away to Garcia. Yotun, Garcia into the middle for Pena. Richarlison back to defend. Pena. Yotun once more as Lopez outside. Great little cut inside instead. Didn't go anywhere with it. Garcia looking for space on Paquetá. Back out for Lopez. He'll retreat it to Yotun. Yotun trying to thread that one in. Cueva holds it up. Garcia beaten to it by Fred. Who's that last off? It'll be a corner for Peru.
Yeah, nice work from Peru there. Great ball movement and just the weight on the passes. Very good, sharp, crisp, one touch, two touch. Good combination. Garcia, what a difference he's made on that left-hand side. He's coming inside, finding the ball. It's allowing then Lopez to get high and wide on the left. And Yotun, they're feeling confident. You can just see it in their touches as well. And they find a way through here. The clock's ticking.
Yotun once again to take third corner of the night for Peru. Here's now swinging ball. Ederson didn't get there, didn't need to. Cueva trying to reset for Yotun. Richarlison trying to close him down. Cueva once more. Gets it away, clipping it in. Ederson, good, strong take in there as he takes a hard bump.
Yeah, it is a great take from Ederson. He comes off his line. He knows as soon as that ball comes in, it's at a height. He could get it to shout for keeper. Hands are up. Corzo running into him as well, and still able to keep control as he goes to the deck.
Peru have made another substitution. That's Corzo's last action. Replacing him is Gilmar Lora, who made his international debut in the dying moments of the quarterfinal against Paraguay. The 20-year-old who plays in Peru. Now he is on. You've got some very inexperienced players on the field for Peru right now. Lora, his second ever appearance. Garcia, his third.
In some ways, that's better, though. It's a lower pressure situation. You're down a goal. Not much is expected of you. Your team is feeling good right now and some energy with the ball to get fresh legs on the field. There's a fearless type mentality to this Peruvian team right now. It's up to Brazil. It feels like right now they might need that second goal because Peru are pushing here. And we have seen in this tournament an ability for them to come from behind. Here's Lapadula now.
Jeweled there. And good defensive work by Renan Lani, but it's one back in the middle. The switch for Garcia brings that down well. Rivero defending him. Quarter hour to go. Down in Rio de Janeiro. And this one is really interesting, isn't it? Brazil 4-0 in the group stage, 3-1 in the final 2 years ago, 7-0 in a past Copa America semifinal between these teams. Here's Lora just on the field trying to turn the corner on Renan Lani, and he's done so. Lora takes the bump from Fred, trying to get back up onto the ball. There's no whistle from the referee. And Richarlison keeps it in play. Casemiro for Neymar. And a Brazil team that were down a man the entire second half to Chile and held on for a 1-0 win in the quarterfinal. Neymar once more. The little dance to get by one. Knocked down by the second. Free kick coming for Brazil. Neymar down once again.
Oh my goodness. This is just... See you later. Stop and go, and that's the only way you can stop him sometimes. Just take him to the ground.
Three years ago, Raziel Garcia was playing in the Peruvian second division. Tonight he's
I'd take it that back off to Neymar. Why not?
And they slammed the door on this set piece. Neymar, who fed Paquetá in the 35th minute. They're the two standing over it. 7 saves tonight for Pedro Galese. He is now the most active goalkeeper in this entire tournament by any metric. And he come up huge once again and keep his team within touching distance in the dying minutes of the semifinal. With his third assist of the tournament tonight. He'll clip this one in. Richarlison was beaten to it. Fred trying to hold it in. Cueva comes out of there with it. Can he find a teammate? And it's poked away. Nora there as he was falling down, knocked it free. Goes long for Lapadula, who was offside.
He's just offside there. Thiago Silva does really well to win that header as it's going back, but the assistant referee is there all the way. Saw it.
Off the restart, Lopez, a late reaction there on Everton Ribeiro. Gonna slow him up. Paquetá, Ribeiro. Thought about returning it for Paquetá. Gets it away backwards for Casemiro. Now Fred. Richarlison. Renan Lodi advancing up the left. Renan Lodi hooking this cross in. Gillespie right up against his goal line. Able to make the play. It has been busy, it has been active, but it has tonight been spectacular. From Pedro Gillespie. It's going to be a free kick as Lapadula forced the first save out of Ederson after 49 minutes tonight, gets knocked down. Gillespie seemed to be grimacing a bit at the end of that, where he was sort of fumbling around trying to grab that ball.
Yeah, and to your point, I mean, the only reason Peru have a chance in the second half is because of Gillespie. The saves, the multiple saves that he had, the double saves getting up, the one from Neymar from 5 yards out, hasn't been as busy in this second half, and that's a good thing for Peru that they're testing Brazil at the other end and relieving some of that pressure, and they're in with a fighting chance. It's still only a 1-goal advantage for Brazil right now.
This is really good work by Peru with Garcia and with Cueva. Now Yotun able to spin and turn and hold off Brazilian defenders. Garcia once again for Yotun. Cueva comes to get it. Alexander Collins. Lopez going to pick it up, trying to send it through for Yotun. Brings it down on Casemiro. Trying to cut it back, lost his footing. Kept the ball, rolls it wide. Garcia resetting for Lopez now. Yotun how to find space on Paquetá. Which way is this going? Free kick Peru. 10 minutes to go.
That's good strength from Yotun there with the ball. And he feels Paquetá. He's coming across him, but does well just to ride the challenge, where Paquetá then has to just try and lunge for it, makes contact with him. And as you said, free kick in a dangerous position to deliver the ball. You would expect it'll be Yotun. He's been taking most of them for Peru. We also have Garcia over the ball with the right-footed option should they want to do that, making a sub now as well.
Santiago Ormeño is coming on. He was the exciting new prospect, chose to play for Peru instead of Mexico after a sensational season in Liga MX. It's Christian Cueva who he replaces. Now the ensuing free kick for Peru. This one's going to be whipped, and Ederson didn't get there, but the header flashes wide. That was Alexander Collins who got to it, flicking it in, and Ederson got away with one.
Oh, he did, and he comes off his line here thinking he can get it. He got the cross earlier, just a few minutes ago, but this is a better ball in. It's hit well with pace. It's dipping. He's never going to get there, and what a glorious chance it is from Collins. Just for the glancing header, wide open net, and it's past the far post. What a look for Peru.
He had a career year scoring goals in 2020 for New York City. Peru, at about the same stage in the group stage game, had a glorious chance off a free kick. They just couldn't turn home. Would have made it 2-1 at the time. Gareca sort of lamented that afterwards, saying, we did enough in that game to be right there. Was that the moment for Peru, or can they carve out another chance with a second forward on the field in Ormeño? Neymar once again takes a knock and goes down. Going to reset to the far side for Marcos Lopez. 8 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Lopez dealing with Ribeiro, laying back inside for Yotun. Peña couldn't thread that in. Casemiro intercepted. Peña beaten to the second ball by Paquetá. Look back though, good pressure in the middle from Yotun. Handing it off wide. That was Laura playing back inside for Romano. Poked away by Casemiro. And then Neymar, clever there to win a throw. Peru, who were down in the 30s in the first half, almost been 50-50 possession in the second. Line change coming for Brazil. It's one back by Laura off the throw. Lampadula holds it up for him. Laura got caught in there, gets knocked away. Richarlison for Neymar. Neymar trying to dance out of it. Yotun has the ball, but it's a foul and a free kick for Brazil.
Right, does well here, Neymar. This is very reminiscent of their last match, isn't it? When they're defending a little bit deeper, they need moments in transition going the other way to relieve some of that pressure. And it's Neymar oftentimes against three defenders, and just the slightest kick there from Collins. Yotun was in a good position, but Neymar loses all his momentum because of that contact, wins a free kick, slows the game down. And Chichi also recognizing, as you said, John, a line change needed because of the pressure from Peru here, and he doesn't want that to continue. You bring in Fabinho now to get a little bit of steal in the midfield, Militao in the back, and then you're going to have the speed of Vinicius Jr. running up and down the flank to do a lot of what Neymar's been doing as well. So fresh legs on the field to try and see this game out here.
Fred is also coming off for Fabinho. Vinicius Jr. played 32 minutes in the group stage. You've really not seen much of him at all. Just a few days away from his 21st birthday. Charleston apparently didn't see his number up on the board or chose to ignore it. Militao is on as well. Renan Lodi coming off. Few changes made by Chichi. Just over 5 minutes to go. It's taken quickly. Vinicius Jr. just on the field, trying to cut his way back inside. Clearance only as far as Neymar. Neymar's shot takes a wicked deflection in there. Almost bounced for Paquetá. Good strength by Garcia to control it for Peru. Now, could he find an outlet? All the way along for Sergio Peña. He lays it back in for Laura. And Peru find a tying goal here in the dying moments. Or can Brazil see it out, punch their ticket to Saturday's final across town in Rio at the Maracanã, and continue the defense of their title? So Peru concede in the 90th minute against Paraguay before winning in a penalty shootout. 35th minute goal from Lucas Paquetá is the difference right now. Again, Ederson with that cannon. Knocked down and then hooked away. Santa Maria. Romano, can he get a chance and an opportunity? As he won that first header, Casemiro wins the second. Danilo clipping it forward. Paquetá not to it, but it's picked up in the middle by Peru. Now Peña. A little clip away for Romano. Yotun. And a switch to the near side. Brought down by Lampadula. Not at the right angle there for the pass, but a good strong tackle to win it back in. Interception there from Militao just on the field. Fabinho gets it away for Paquetá. Now Everton Ribeiro. Neymar running forward. Neymar trying to run onto this one, and he does. Santa Maria defending. Blocks the entry pass for Vinicius Jr. Neymar, the game-winning assist as it stands. credited with an assist, but was involved in the build-up for the winning goal in the last round as well. Neymar tried to dance through from Paquetá. Got taken off of it. Fights to win it back, though. As he put Tapia off. Neymar again. He gets dumped to the turf. That's going to be flagged. Going the other way, though. Free kick for Peru.
I think the ball was out of bounds, yeah, when Neymar tried to keep it in.
Peru build an attack. Vinicius Jr. I don't think Santa Maria knew he was there. Galese gets it away for Laura. With a sidestep there on the outside. Takes a hard bump as he plays the pass forward. And that's going to be a yellow. Only Ederson on the field, if shown yellow tonight, would be suspended for the final for Brazil.
Yeah, Vinicius Jr.'s late there. Catching Laura. Picks up a yellow card, as you said, straight on. Picks up his yellow card.
The change upcoming for Peru. Martin Tavera is going to come on. Has not played since the opening game of this tournament against Brazil. He created that wonderful chance to score late on. Tapia he replaces. Out on Paquetá. Peru are out of subs now. Are they out of time? They lose it off the throw. Too far for Neymar. He'll try to chase it down. Well, Santa Maria and Collins were saying, no, you got it, you got it. It's pulled back here. There's a yellow card coming.
Yeah, I was surprised that wasn't whistled straight away when the pass didn't get to Neymar, because Paquetá gets absolutely cleaned out by Lopez, I believe it was, on that left side. There he gets. He gets there first, and yeah, Marcos Lopez completely in. He's late on that challenge, and Paquetá had his feet off the ground, so it wasn't a ton of contact on him, but enough for a foul and certainly for a yellow card in that moment.
Just grinds this thing back down to a halt, and that suits Brazil just fine. This is their 6th game at the tournament. They have allowed 2 goals. Tonight with 2 saves. It will be his 2nd shutout if they can hold it through at least 5 minutes, because we started the 5 minutes and we haven't actually played any of it so far, and it's going to be a little bit before we do.
And as they look back at the goal, it came from a goal kick from Peru, and their shape is up. They don't win the second ball. Neymar has an opportunity in transition, but still it's 1 against 3, and so silky smooth just to even create anything in that moment. Lays it back off for Paquetá. 2 straight games in which he scored important goals for this team. He was rewarded with the start after coming on as a sub in the last one and making the difference 59 seconds after coming on that one. We're seeing some really great goal celebrations from him too. He just looks like he's having fun out there, and he's been an excellent player for them, in the first half especially, but the 2 of them combining so well. That's the difference.
A bit player. 2 years ago, has had a wonderful season for Lyon in France. Best 11 in the French league. He's going to be subbed off here as a result of this knock that he took. There's a bit of a bigger gap between the semi and the final than there was between the quarterfinal and the semifinal. See that wrapping on his left leg. As it stands, back-to-back game-winning goals, not for Neymar or Richarlison or Roberto Firmino, but for Lucas Paquetá, to be replaced by Douglas Luiz for the final few minutes. If you're Peru, though, how frustrated are you that of all the chances you gave up was the goal that sends you out. Neymar dancing through 3 defenders and Paquetá bouncing ball.
Yeah, I think you got to be thankful that you were even still in the game at that point, because Galese standing on his head makes a couple huge saves. So yes, while I think they'll be massively frustrated that it was 3-on-1 situation in their own box, and they allowed Neymar to wriggle through and just produce a moment of class. There will be frustration there for sure. I think there'll be many questions that Gareca will be asking himself about the way that they started the game and why didn't they start the game in the way that they started the second half, and have really been in this game. They really have in the second half.
Not done yet. They didn't play any of the first 2 minutes of the 5. That's going to be a foul as Lapadula had the wayward arm up into the face of a Brazilian defender. So Roberto Tobar, the referee, is keeping time properly. We should be going to +7 because we didn't play any of the first 2 minutes. That's Militao that he caught. Really only played about 30 seconds so far since the 90-minute mark. Had the shot after 49 minutes that was saved. Yeah, the other, remember, it was a shot from Garcia. He got on the end of the rebound, or at least tried to, was cleared away. Would have been an attacking throw for Peru. Assistant referee said that Lapadula was offside, but he wasn't. That was really as close as Peru has managed to come. That's going to be a foul. Vinicius Jr. Time for Peru to try to carve something up here and stun Brazil. Again, we would go straight to a penalty shootout if they can tie this game. No extra time until the final. Galese is going to set him up and send him forward. 4 minutes exhausted. We should have at least 3 more to go if Roberto Tobar is keeping time properly. Galese sends it forward. Ormeño just throwing his body in there. Couldn't do anything about it. Knocked down. Peña out-muscled. Neymar, how about that little touch around the corner for Vinicius Jr.? Does he go for goal? Does he go for the corner? Vinicius Jr. cutting inside, into the middle for Neymar, flicks it up in the air. Fabinho's in the area. He's out-muscled and out-crowded there. Job not done. Vinicius Jr. blocks the attempted clearance. Man down for Peru and struggling a bit right now.
Neymar with a little Rabona around the corner here. Has a look up, and there you go. Into the path of Vinicius Jr. Neymar felt like he was held in the box as well at the end of that play, but it comes to nothing for Brazil.
Lopez knocking it down. Crowded up by Everton Ribeiro. Now he's down in a heap. It's cleared forward. Knocked it away by Laura. Peña got to the first touch. Long run to go for the second. Thiago Silva was there. There's a tackle. It's going to be a free kick for Brazil. Now Thiago Silva is down. Brazil losing 2 players to knocks there just in that sequence. They're out of subs. Just how much time exactly is left on the watch of our referee, Roberto Tobar? Should be at least 90 seconds, but we'll see for sure. Ederson stands over at 2 saves tonight. Really nothing to do in the first half. He'll just casually flick this 80 yards upfield. Collins wins the header. He had that great look as well. Remember on the free kick that Ederson got lost on. Fabinho stepping through, trying to win it. Takes the bump, goes down. Referee looks at his watch. And the referee will end the game. We played nowhere close to actual 5 minutes of stoppage time. But for Peru, what complaint can you have? Brazil doing just enough in the end. Chance after chance in the first half. Paquetá finished the one that matters. They are going to the final Saturday night. Who will join them? We'll find out. But we'll hand you off to Rob Stone first as the Copa America semifinal finishes in Rio. Brazil 1, Peru 0.
Samba Kings off to yet another Copa America final. Can they win it in back-to-back mode? Neymar, again, putting his stamp all over this match. An assist for him. And even though it was 1-0, this one...